Okay, we'll get started in just a few minutes here. I see a few of you have jumped on. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Okay, it is noon. For the sake of time, I am going to get started. This is going to be recorded so it can be viewed again, just without the interactive part of being able to ask your questions. So somehow we made it all the way around another year and we are back to Daffodil Days campaign for 2021. And we have a resource page. It's a really great place to start if you're interested in collecting orders to support the American Cancer Society. Of course, if you are just looking to um, purchase a bunch of daffodils, that's super easy and straightforward, and we'll get into that. But if you are looking to collect orders from either your place of business or a church or your family, any group that you might be involved with, this will be your landing page for many of the resources we have available. Any of the funds that are raised through Daffodil Days can be applied to your personal fundraising, whether you're involved with Relay for Life or Making Strides, Real Men Wear Pink, any of our different campaigns or events that we do fundraising for. The Daffodil Days fundraising can be applied to those fundraising totals. For 2021, we have the following options. We will have the $10 bunch of daffodils, which is a very classic 10 flowers in a bunch. They're just cut and ready to go in a vase. We also have our potted mini daffodils, which are, they can be put into the ground and they come back year over year. The flowers are smaller, but they're bulbs, so you can keep them. And they are $15. We also have, it was new last year, but of course we didn't get to follow through with the campaign because of COVID. So this year we're hoping to actually go forward. We've got plans in place now to handle everything. $15 for a bunch of 10 cut tulips, and they will be assorted colors to the bunch. And we have our gift of hope, which is a $25 donation, and we will deliver flowers to hospital oncology departments for their outpatient people getting treatment the day they arrive. They can hand them out to those patients. And I talked to one of the local hospitals this week, and she was excited about it because they're a little more blue than normal for their treatment since the visitors can't come in with them while they're there. So things like this really brighten a patient's day. New this year, we have a $10 donation option to send an electronic greeting that is an animated, kind of like an e-birthday card, but it tells the recipient that a donation has been made in their name to the American Cancer Society, and it's an animated daffodil bunch email that they can receive. And you would just give the email that you want that sent to when you make that $10 donation. We will come back to the Erie County add-on options in a few minutes. I want to continue with the FAQs, but we'll come back to that part. This year, we are encouraging all orders to be placed through our online donation link if possible, simply because it removes a lot of the contact with the paper forms and collecting cash and checks. It just removes a lot of that physical logistics of collecting orders. If online is not an option, checks can be made payable to American Cancer Society, and all orders and payments are due by February 22nd. If you are going to go the paper form route, I need to know your quantities for each of the different options by the 22nd, either by phone or email, and my information is listed there. I cannot accept payments sent to my home since we're home-based now. So at that time that we have the conversation, either through email or phone for your order totals, I will provide you exactly what to put on your envelope to mail your check donations. If you get cash, we ask that you do convert that to a check since it's going through the mail. And I will give you very specific information on where to send that and what to put on there so it gets processed properly. The flowers will be arriving the week of March 22nd. We're expecting distribution possibly the 23rd, definitely the 24th, as long as we don't have any blizzards or anything that slow down the trucks. And if you have any unanswered questions, of course, just pop them into the chat right now, or you can email or phone me any other questions you have. If you are planning to collect orders, we do ask that you let me know just in case we do have things. I collected that information last year and was happy to have it when COVID came and ruined all of our plans. So being able to reach the people that are expecting flowers and collecting orders is super important because you never know what might happen. And if you do need paper order forms or flyers, you can click that button to send me an email and I will email you those forms. We also have social media graphics and messaging for your use. So we have 5 graphics here. I can also email these to you. You don't have to grab them from here. You just tell me you would like them. I have them sized for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So if you have a certain platform you prefer out of those 3, just let me know and I will send you both appropriately sized images as well as the wording that got the right amount of characters for those platforms. Facebook tends to be the one that our people use the most, so I have put those here. If you want to grab them off of here, each of these different sections coordinates with one of the pictures above. So you can grab them right from here, but I'm happy to mail them to you through the email as well. We're going to go back up to this section right here. I have a limited amount of what I call retro daffodil items. So some old Boyd's bears that were part of our old Daffodil Days campaigns and some blue vases. And I have struggled to be able to get rid of them with paper forms because I have limited quantities. So now with our online donation link, I can restrict how many tickets, quote unquote, that we can sell for each of these things. So they are available only through the Erie County ordering site. They're not going to be available on paper. They're not going to be available if you pick to have your own company site, just because it's too hard to limit those quantities and not oversell. So even if you had a company site, you could send somebody here if they wanted a bear, they can order just a bear. So that is an option. To give you some more information on our add-on options, we have slightly bigger pictures here. Everything's a $10 add-on. So we have a vase. We're not going to arrange your flowers in the vase, but we can give it to you at the time that you pick up your flowers. And then we have the birthdays are Hope Bear, and he's holding a little cupcake that says celebrating hope. He has a little birthday hat. Sharon Hope has a cute little daffodil flower in her hair and a cute green bow. Carrion Hope, his bow or hers has, it's kind of like a plaid bow. They all have the embroidered daffodil on their foot and the ACS logo on their other foot. And then again, Carrion Hope, she has a little purse that says Daffodil Days, and there's 3 tiny little daffodils in her purse. And then Rayo Hope is, he's got like a bow tie and the daffodil in the center. So they're all super cute and available only on that online ordering site. Before I move on to the online ordering site, I want to talk a little bit about distribution this year. So for Erie County, many of you know we have permanently closed our physical location in Erie County, and most of us across the country are now home-based workers. So we don't have an office to send people to pick up the flowers. So we are partnering with our good friend Cornell at Buffalo Wild Wings to use their side room, possibly the 23rd, definitely the 24th, for pickup of flowers in March. And there's direct access from the parking lot to that side room, so no one will have to go through the main restaurant. And we will set it up that you let us know when you have arrived, and we'll bring the flowers out for contactless pickup. So we're working out the fine details of what that'll look like, but it very well may look like a grocery pickup where you text us what parking spot you're in and the flowers come out. So we're working out those fine details, but it'll be something along those lines. Additionally, our friend Chris at the Corey Chamber has also offered to be a pickup site. So if you are a business with home-based workers, both of those locations will be available for people to go and pick up their flowers without having to come into your location. We're hoping that that helps because we know a lot of you are in the same situation where normally you would gather your orders and distribute them within the office, and that's not an option this year. So we don't want that to hinder you. We will have those 2 locations for pickup that people can come directly to. So for me, the very exciting part is this new Daffodils online ordering page that really streamlines the pre-order process. So we have a main page for Erie County. People will be able to pick which drop-off site they expect to pick their flowers up at when they make their donation. And if you are a business that would like one of these links specifically just for your business, we can set that up for you. You would get your logo on the side next to our logo, so it'd be co-branded, and it would be a link that you could share specifically to your constituents. So people will come, the sites will look nearly identical. The title will be slightly different if you have your own, and of course we can add your logo. This does not cost anything. So we can make them turn around pretty quick and get them in your hands. They'll come, they'll hit donate now, and then whatever options are available will appear here. So again, if you have your own business, it will be our core set of offerings, which would be the bunch of daffodils for $10, a full case of 50 bunches is also available. So the first line kind of maxes out at 49, and then it bumps you to ordering a full case of 50 bunches. We have the potted mini daffodils for 15, or a full case of the pots, which would be 15 pots for 225. A bunch of 10 tulips is 15. A case of 15 bunches is 225. The daffodil gifts of hope, again, those are the ones where we send the flowers to the patients in treatment, is 25. And with that one, the donor doesn't physically get anything because we'll be taking those flowers and giving them to a patient. So that's kind of a make your donation and we take care of the rest option. The virtual daffodil option, like I went over, at the end you would put in the email of who you want it to go to. And that is 1 for 1. So if you had 2 different people, it would be $20 if you wanted us to send an email to 2 different people. And then just for the Erie County site, we have these add-ons, and it's the blue vase and then those 4 bears. So if you have your own company site, those add-ons will not be on there. It'll just end at the virtual daffodil option. Now, if it makes sense to remove one of these for your organization, or only offer, for example, gifts of hope, as like if that makes sense, we can take out any of these traditional ones for your business specifically as well. I don't see any questions, but I will stop there and see if anybody does have any questions. Okay. We talked about the pickup location and the options. We also, this is something that I can add too, if you are a location where everyone is still working on site, we can limit yours to just have the pickup location at your like at your lobby or at your place of business. We can take out the Buffalo Wild Wings and Quarry Chamber options specifically for you. Hi, Mary Jane. I see. How will the flowers be organized at Buffalo Wild Wings? So right now we have a whole guidebook about COVID safety, of course, who doesn't? So we will be making sure our volunteers are socially distanced. I'm excited about that space because it's the whole depth of the building. It runs the entire length of the building there. So we can spread out safely inside. And then right now the plan is that there will be a number to text when you arrive and probably a parking space that says, you tell me I'm in aisle, parking space 3, and this is my order. So we will probably be assigning order numbers once everything comes in the 22nd. We've got a month to get organized. So I will probably contact everyone that plans to pick up their flowers and give them an order number. And then when they get there, order number 15 is here in slot 3, and the volunteers will bring them out. I believe we're doing contactless where there'll be tables outside and the volunteers will put them on the tables and then walk away, and the people in the cars can get out and take them with no one, all being socially distant and safe and not breathing on each other. Does that answer your question? Very good. So I am available to answer any questions that may come up after this. I am going to stay on a little while longer in case people are jumping on a little later. But I'm super excited about this option. It really allows those organizations that are home-based to still share our daffodil information. It's so critically important for us to continue to fund the mission and continue to help patients. Our newest cancer facts and figures came out this week, and we've seen another decline in cancer deaths since 1991. So I believe we're up to 31%. Just super exciting. And we certainly don't want to stall that or reverse it with COVID. We're very worried about the amount of people who have put off their screenings because of COVID and what that's doing to the people that are walking around with undiagnosed cancers, and it's escalating without their knowledge. So we're definitely still excited to fund the mission, and I think we can do daffodils really safely this year and bring some of that sunshine into Erie in March. Hi, Stucky. Do we have a goal? We don't have an official goal, but I have a goal. I always set a personal one for myself across the events I support, and I would love to see us pass $20,000. We have done much more than that years ago, and I feel like this might be something this year that feels a little more safe for people and might get people excited just to have that bit of sunshine. So I would love to sell $20,000 worth of daffodils in Erie County. We'll see what we can do with that. I certainly can't do it by myself. I definitely need everyone's help to do that. But that would be just a wonderful boost. I'm also hoping that the electronic version will help more people in the general public purchase flowers. So I'm going to be asking everyone that I can to share this Erie County link on their social media, because there might just be, a person that's not involved with us in any other way that would love the flowers or love to send flowers to a patient, and they never see it if they're not tied to Relay or Making Strides and that kind of stuff. So asking everybody to share those things out in their own social media is critically important to helping us grab those extra donations from the general public. So I will beg you to share the posts, even if you just share them off of the Relay or Stride sites, the ones that I post and share them, that's perfectly fine. And also sends traffic to our event pages. But you can create your own with those graphics as well and ask people to support you. What it doesn't show here, and I'm not sure how far I can go, but let's pretend that I am buying a pot of daffodils here. They will have the option to put your event name. It'll give them their total. So they have the option to put in an event that they are supporting. So they don't have to be involved with Relay, but could still support your Relay. And they could support you or your team. So these are open form boxes. They can just type that in there, and there's the box for the email address for the virtual option. So when people make their donation through this site, it won't automatically go on your fundraising. We will do that after the final report comes out. When we shut down the sites after February 22nd, we'll get reports of spreadsheets with all that information in it. So we'll be able to apply that fundraising probably by the beginning of March if you're using this option. So if you are a business with a Relay team and you would like the option to have stuff credited back to registered participants on your team, we can add that in there as well. Thanks, Aaron. 20K is definitely realistic. We have come very close to that in the past, but I think the online ordering is going to give us an opportunity we haven't had in the past to really reach some additional people. And MJ, I am so excited to have a way to get rid of those bears out of my storage unit and into the hands of people who will love them and place them where they can see them instead of a tote. So I'm excited to have a way to clear them out without overselling. So I'm excited about the bears too. And I will add, I'm thinking about it, MJ, I believe we are doing an individual site for your business. So if you get asked that, they will need to go out to the Erie link to get the bears or the vases, but the flower ordering. And they can still put Erie Insurance on the Erie County page as who gets credit. So it'll all still go back to the organization, the fundraising for the team. If there aren't any other questions, I will probably end the recording now, and we will be able to, it's my understanding, I will be able to put this as a YouTube video and put it out on our Relay main website and the Strides main website for reference in the future. The blue vases are only available on the Erie County site as well, yes. Very good. Okay, I thank you all for watching and learning about the 2021 daffodil options. I'm super excited about it. It's definitely a ray of sunshine every year. Even though I'm allergic, I love to see them show up, and I can't wait to just spread that cheer and get everybody a little bit of sunshine at the end of March. So thank you again. And of course, if you need anything, just reach out. My email and phone number are on the main site, this site, and the Facebook page all the time. You know how to find me. Thanks, everybody.